Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I am Tim with Oliver, ready to jump into the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series Mexican Grand Prix.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yes. Hello, welcome to Speed Force Racing.
Did I catch you just a little bit off guard?
Yes, a little bit, but no matter. It's still a nice, fine evening for some racing today, Tim, after an absolute bonkers, incident-filled, horrific Grand Prix in Bahrain, but that's why I'm feeling a little bit sober, but hopefully this race will definitely take our minds off what's going to happen today.
Yeah, we really cannot ignore the elephant in the room that yesterday was something incredible that we witnessed, and on one hand, it was great to see him survive, but it also kind of shows and reminds us that, you know, the sport that we love to watch on Sundays is still very dangerous, and it always will be. So it's always a sobering moment when we're reminded of that. But to see Grosjean be able to walk away from that under his own power and survive with relatively minor injuries is always a good thing to see. So I wish him the speediest and best recovery possible, and I just hope that that no other driver has to experience something as horrific as that.
I mean, fair play to the FI, Tim, to making the F1 cars as super safe as possible, but for the thing to catch fire and the car just split in half. I have never seen an F1 car split in half. That was unbelievably horrific to see. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, sadly, I've seen a lot of hits on angled walls like that, but I'm with you, Oliver, that I've never seen an F1 car split in half either, but still very glad to see that he survived, and thankfully, we will not have that risk going into the race here tonight. So that is one small...
The game basically don't allow that.
Yeah, pretty much. That, and honestly, you know, the only kind of injuries, and this is really not talked about with sim racing, but really the only kind of injuries that I feel are possible directly from sim racing is if your force feedback is turned up on your wheel too much and you get into a wreck and maybe it snaps it if you have a direct drive wheel. Maybe it could break your wrists. Or if you're on one of the simulated rigs that actually simulates the movement and it breaks on you, like we actually saw happen to a professional driver over the summer. Otherwise, not really a lot of injuries in sim racing, thankfully.
So Mad G is out first in the Renault. It's good to see him racing with us in Speed Force Racing today. Yeah, Mad G will do. He's one of our fellow experienced racers, and I can't wait to see how he actually does.
Yeah, so we're right on board with Mad G here. Currently on his out lap, but he is going through the second sector, about to get to the third. Let's turn the mini-map on here just for a moment.
So,
get everything turned on.
With Mexico, Tim, I have to say Mexico is a very special... Even though it's an annoying track to drive, it's got the most spectacular scenes of fans where Mad G is going through the baseball stadium. Ain't that a wonderful sight?
It really is a wonderful sight, and Mexico is a track that for me, it's fun to drive. Is that we actually see Mad G diving down into the pits, so apparently he's deciding against this qualifying lap. But it's a track that's fun to drive, but it's also very tricky. The third sector, it's so flat, you think that it's so flat, and visibility is actually very good here that you would think that you could just breeze through it no problem. But it's so hard, really, isn't it, Oliver, to get the apexes of those corners just right, because if you clip the corners, much like a lot of the tracks that we visit, it's going to turn you.
Yeah, indeed, man. It's the S section in Sector 2. It's fun if you get it right, but when you get it wrong, it's lap invalidated station. But then we've seen Gislona go through the first stadium section, full of scenes of people, then come towards the S section. Let's see how he does. He goes into fifth gear, cuts the corner absolutely beautifully, hugs the inside curves, then he'll flick into 7th, flick kicks curves very nicely, then you head down towards the baseball stadium. You see how this only will do. Goes into 4th gear, nice move there, nice smooth steering, nice 2nd gear, cuts the curb lovely, flips the 2nd apex, out of the baseball stadium through Mansell Corner, named after the famous Nigel Mansell, of course, and just only will complete a 1:18.0. I believe it, and there you go, Kelvin in the Haas does a 1:14.6, so good work there for Kelvin. I have to say, Tim, good day for Snellweg yesterday. Last week, good day for him in America. So very, very good job by Snellweg.
Yeah, Snellweg coming in, was it 2nd or 3rd place after the time penalties? And it was also maybe a bit of luck on his part that Energy Dan, his closest championship competitor, actually had a horrible day to where he didn't score any points at all.
And also, that's going to help Snellweg, benefiting him in the championship. We could see him become champion by next week at Brazil. We could be seeing him become champion in Brazil if the results stay the same again. If it's the same again, then Snellweg will become champion by the next time we come to Brazil. He's got a very, very, very high chance of that.
Yeah, and but he is going to have a good race here today, because if the tables are turned and Snellweg actually has a bad day and Energy Dan has a good day, then we could be looking at a very different story. He would still have the points lead. I believe that he's a little bit over a race ahead at this point, but it would be a little bit less of a cushion than what he has at the time being. So we'll actually take a look at the point standings. He has 278 points, and Energy Dan has 244 after the disqualification for ignoring a drive-through penalty at the United States Grand Prix last week. So Energy Dan is still mathematically in this fight, but that is more than a race gap there. So even if Snellweg doesn't score any points and Energy Dan wins the race today, he's still going to have a bit of a ladder to climb to get to the top of the standings.
So watch Snellweg now go through the S section. Now Shadowlancer completes a 1:16.7 to go into 6th. Shadowlancer loves this circuit, Tim, by the way. He really does love the circuit. I mean, last season, he put in one of the most astonishing drives of his league racing career in the Williams. He was defending off Xander for, was it about a good 10 laps in the damp conditions. It was unbelievably brilliant with Shadowlancer. Absolutely fantastic work from him. It was all fair play to his driving skill, which is all to do with him. So hopefully Shadowlancer gets another good day in the office today. Racing Podge 15.2, Dan 15.1, and look at Kelvin, the only guy to be in the 1:14s right now, 1:14.6. So Kelvin showing his good form at the moment, Tim.
Yeah, Kelvin, of course, scoring a podium last week with the Haas, as Kelvin is really just a reserve driver here in this series, is he not?
No, he's a full-time driver.
Oh, he is a full-time
GP4
driver now. Okay. Well, then my wires must have gotten crossed somewhere.
He was originally Stupid Clavin, and then he changed his name to Kelvin Racing.
Oh, yes, that is right. Oh, my goodness. I'm embarrassed that I actually did forget that. But yes, you are correct, Oliver. So, yeah, Kelvin, he has shown a lot of speed. And, as we said, he did get a podium last week in the United States Grand Prix. And he also scored a podium in the Classic Car race on Friday, which, Oliver, you scored a podium as well.
Yes, I did. A lot of fun, Timothy. We had to apologise. There was no stream because there was so much kerfuffle going on. So we do apologise for no stream on Friday, but hopefully it will get sorted out by the next time we'll be driving this classic cars again. Sonic Hawk 15.4, good job there for Sonic Hawk, well done to him. And we look at Bannister now, looking at very nice in the Racing Point. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, Tim, driving the Ferraris around the Monza circuit. And also as well, Tim, you scored your first ever league racing points in in SFR. Well done to you, my man, in the Classic Car Series. Well done.
It was hard to not to. All I had to do was finish the race. We had less than 10 drivers in there, but, you know, I really just think that I chose the wrong series to join because I don't drive these classic cars at all beyond Speed Force Racing, so I'm more used to these Formula 1 cars. I'm still not sure how my pace is in comparison to you who has raced a lot more, because we've just never really jumped into a race together. But maybe we need to do that someday and just really see how it stacks up, because you were running about a second quicker than me at my fastest lap in the, yeah, it was the 1990 Ferrari. I almost said the McLaren, but that was the first race.
Well, we can find out late after the race is done if you want to. If you want to do that sort of thing, then I'm all down for it. And Meister puts in a 1 minute 17.8, so good job there by Admeister. Gaming Things is on a lap. Gaming Things has been very, very consistent as ever, getting podiums, getting high points for Red Bull. He's doing absolutely splendidly well as Gaming Things. Title challenger for next season for definite for Gaming Things. So let's see how Gaming Things will do round the last corner. Gaming Things puts in a 150.0, puts into second, 6/10 off of Kelvin. Nice done there from Gaming Things.
So does anyone have anything for Kelvin Racing up there at the top of the board? Because that is a 114.6, as you've said, and it's 0.4 of a second quicker than what Gaming Things has been able to set. It's 0.5 of a second quicker than what second place in the points has been able to set, and it's almost a full second quicker than Snellweg, who's leading our points. So is Kelvin Racing maybe looking at a possible win if he can get a good start?
Kelvin Racing has been on fire ever since. He had a slow start, but now he's really coming to his own. Racing Pod has now put him a 10 faster than his time. But Kelvin is unbelievably quick now. He's improving a lot more as a driver. And this is what League Racing does to you, Tim. If you race a lot more on this game, then you will be extraordinary. Oh, Racing Podge! Unbelievable! He's the next guy to go into 140. We got a challenger, Tim. Wow. Racing Podge.
Impressive lap from Racing Podge, a 114.894 from the Ferrari driver. And you know, Hookie is someone that we haven't really been able to talk about here recently. A couple weeks ago, his championship hopes pretty much ended. But he's still a driver that's sitting there, you know, getting some consistent points. And goes to the pole as well, a 114.285 for Hookie. What an impressive lap time. I think that answers my previous question. Does Kelvin have any challengers? It's Hookie.
Dan's the next block. It's the next car to cross the line on a flying lap, because now he's about to start his run. Here comes his teammate. What is the AlphaTauri's got? Is it an AlphaTauri 1-2? I wonder, Tim.
We're about to find out. Energy Dan rounding the final corner, crossing the line. Where does he go? He goes to fourth, a 114.902.
So 10th off Racing Pod, but yeah, Kelvin's got something to bring on more to the table, which is impressive. Oliver's on his lap as well. Fane Line's on the lap. Meister just loading. Let's go to Snellweg, because he's like furthest on circuit. So yes, Snellweg. Oh, he's invalidated. Unlucky there for Snellweg. Unlucky to him. So let's go to Oliver. 17 faster than his previous. Oh, and he's every time I go to a drive, they invalidate. Thanks, guys.
So why don't we take a look at Psychomich then? He's down there in 12th on his outlap. So Psychomich...
Fanny Line comes to the S is now on the flyer.
Yeah, so we will take a look at Fanny Line, about to approach Sector 3. In Sector 3 now, it goes the Red Bull driver, currently a best time of 117.127. Going to look to improve on that as he goes through the stadium section, and it looks like he went purple in the second sector. However, we don't know if that's quickest overall or just his personal best, but we'll find out here momentarily as he rounds the final corner, crosses the line, goes to sixth, a 115.088.
Beyond his teammate as well. Very good work there from Fanny Line, because Admeister about to start his run. Who else we got out there? Oh, Kelvin's on a lap. The man in second place is on a lap, Sim.
So let's see what Kelvin can do. We're going to ride on board with him And we're going to pay attention to his wheel inputs and see just how smooth he is through that S's section, and that was just a lot of speed that he was carrying through those corners. Now going down this straightaway, he's got the DRS wide open. Got to brake really late into the corner. It looked like he braked just past the 100-meter mark, and you got to be careful about these curbs, Oliver, as we were saying, because if you touch them, they can very easily spin you around, and it looked like that Kelvin actually had to overcorrect just a little bit there, but was able to keep the car nice and stable as he approaches Sector 3 now.
He just goes to the end of the second sector, really chucking that car. Oh, he's invalidated to not what he wanted.
It looked like he just got a little bit loose there, lost the car just enough to where he had to correct and just went a little bit over the edge, over that line, and track limits penalty got him.
It comes Psychomich. The very audacious Psychomich.
Having troubles actually getting to his camera view, but we're riding on board with him now as he rounds the final corner. So we'll see what Psychomich can do. It looks like he's not quite as smooth as maybe he'd like to be, having a little bit of issues through that corner, but still going faster, a 1:16.322.
I'll tell you now, this could be anyone's pole. It really can.
That it could. And, you know, we've got 3 minutes, just over 3.5 minutes remaining. So any of the drivers that are in the pit, like, you know, Snelweg, Fanning Line, all of these drivers that we're trying to watch here are actually in the pits, and even Proliver going into the pits on his outlap. They do have time to put a fresh set of tires on and go out for one final go.
And the Williams just came out. Looks like a Shadow. Shadow Lancer's coming out for his run. Money Mink's on a flyer. So Money Mink's the American driver in the Alfa Romeo is on a lap. So let's see how Money Mink will do.
Money Mink a late entry here, but we're going to watch him and see what he can do. Better late than never.
Might as well. That's the best thing about this game. You can really come in late, but you can still join in for qualifying, which is good. Oh, and Money Mink literally invalidated as well. That's unfortunate. So just Lodian has started us up in the Renault. That's good news to see. So these still got some action on track, Tim.
On board with Gislodian now, and a little bit of a lockup there from the right front, so we'll see how he gets through this sector fairly cleanly there. So Gislodian just trying to improve his lap time. Currently his best is a 1:18.0, so that is a far cry from Hookie's 1:14. Let's see what Gislodian can do as Kelvin is on his outlap, Hookie's on his outlap, Energy Dan, Gamey Things, Fanny Lion, Shadowlancer, all of them on their outlap, so the time to go is now.
Can't wait for this, Tim. This is going to be a very sensational into qualifying. It's going to be really fun to see how all these drivers will do. Shadowlancer started his lap, but we are looking at Gislodian as he comes through towards the stadium section, 5/10 quicker than his previous 1:18.0, so he's looking pretty good to improve his time. See how Gislodian will do through this lovely baseball stadium and going through towards the end of the line. Let's see how Gislodian will do. Gislodian will go 1:17.5. He'll go into 13th place. It sounds like a Shadow. He celebrated a birthday yesterday, Tim.
Oh, did he really? Well, happy birthday to Shadowlancer.
He turned 20 years old yesterday.
Oh, man. I remember when I turned 20 years old. Well, actually, I don't. I've slept since then, but I know it happened.
I'm 23, so my 20 years was 3 years ago.
I'm 24.
Well, there you go then. It's still a long ways then for us.
Exactly. So Shadowlancer completing
Damn,
his
Tom
lap.
making us feel old.
Well, maybe so, but he does not improve his time, at least not enough to improve his position. Going to stay at a 1:15.715 in ninth. So now let's take a look at either Kelvin or Hookie. Let's see who's further ahead on the racetrack. It looks like it is Kelvin.
So come on, Kelvin, let's see what you can do. You've got a 14.6 to Stonker. Kelvin's really pushing on in the ass. I think he's going to go for another run. He is. And so what's Hookie going to do? He's invalidated. Slower than his previous. He has. Racing Pod just started his lap. Dan has got a 10th quicker in his first sector. Gaming Things is validated. Funny Line, he's 3/10 quicker, so Funny Line's on a good run, Tim.
So let's see what Funny Line,
of course, doing his best in his Red Bull car. Can he get that Red Bull forward than it needs to be? 14.6, he goes to third, so that's Funny Line done. Hookie's in the pits. Hookie's dived into the pits, that's his qualifying done, Tim.
Yeah, unfortunate for Hookie there. He invalidated, and I guess he didn't want to go any further on those tires. So Hookie might have the pole here, maybe not. We'll see what Kelvin can do, though, because he is now approaching Sector 3. Actually, in Sector 3 as he approaches the stadium section. So Kelvin, he's going to have one final go at it, and it is now. So let's see if he can get that pole. He's going to have to find about 0.4 of a second on Hookie, and he will not do it. He dives down into the pit, so Kelvin will not get the pole. There goes the Ferrari.
Racing Pod. Racing Pod goes into third. Lovely lap from Racing Pod. What's Psychomich going to do? Psychomich will stay in P11. Hookie will get the pole, Tim. Kelvin, Racing Pod, Funny Line, Energy Dan and Snellweg, Tim. What a nice 5 and 6 that is.
And that has pretty much been the story of the season, is Energy Dan out-qualifying Snellweg, and then the next week, Snellweg out-qualifying Energy Dan, and they're just constantly trading position, and that's why these are the drivers that are still in contention for this championship.
Sensational lap from Hookie, 14.2, unbelievable.
So Hookie may not be in contention for the championship, but he definitely is in contention for this race, and he is planning to show it, apparently. Hookie, of course, officially on the pole. Kelvin in second, Racing Podge in third, Fanny Line in fourth, Energy Dan in fifth, Snellweg sixth, Gamey Things in seventh, Proliver in eighth, Sonic Hawk in ninth, Shadow Lancer 10th, 11th is Psychomich Bannister in 12th, Gizlody in 13th, 14th, Admeister, Money Mink in 15th, 16th is Sanith, and Mad G in 17th. So almost a full car grid here today.
See what GP3 attendance will be tomorrow, but this is today, GP4. This is where it all matters today, Tim. Tyres, Tim. It's going to be a two-stop race. It's going to be how those two stoppers will work. It could be soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, soft. If you was a driver, Tim, what would you go for?
Well, I've actually been told that it could be, or no, excuse me, yeah, you did say a two-stop. Oliver, I'm not here today. Don't ask me questions. But no, honestly, if I was the driver out there, what I would go for, as always, it would depend on my pace in qualifying. If I would certainly try to qualify on the mediums, and assuming that I have the pace on the mediums, then I would just prefer to start on the mediums. But if I'm not quick enough, then I'm just going to have to go soft and then probably go medium, medium, because the soft tires are only going to last about 9 or 10 laps here, is what we've been told, is that's when they start to lose their life. So I just feel like going the medium tire might be a little bit of a safer option to make it to the end of the race.
But do you think soft, medium, soft will work out even better? Because if you think about it, you got your qualified tire, and also you have your start process. You get the grip, you slice through the field. Then you have your slower tire, which is your medium, and then you got your which would be the durability tire, and then you got your other soft tire, which is a new set of softs. And you can sprint it to the end. Do you think that could work out?
I think it could. And I think it really just depends on how long the medium tire is going to, how long you're going to be able to make that last. And I feel like, obviously if you have a free pit stop, then you might as well pit for the soft tires. So we're going to actually take a look at the tire information here. Of course, you see the top 10.
Look at Psychomich doing a Psychomich, Tim.
Yeah, and I was gonna say something during qualifying, but then I decided no. Let's just wait and see what Psychomich is gonna do. Psychomich is the kind of driver that is always going to go with the unorthodox strategy, and he's not the only one. Bannister starting on the hards as well, and we've actually seen this work with Psychomid, so he'll usually qualify, you know, around 11th or 12th, something like that, but then he'll be able to finish in like 7th or 8th or 9th in the race because he was able to jump them. It doesn't always work, but it has worked for him in the past, so, you know, it's good to see someone that's not afraid to try something crazy that maybe not everyone else might agree with, just because, you know, why not? If you have nothing to lose, go for it.
I would say so. If you want to try something new, you want to do something very unorthodox, give it a go. If you want to do something like that, just give it a good long shot and go for it. It might work out for you. It might not work out for you. So yeah, hopefully it works out very, very well for Psychometer Bannister. Hopefully that'll be the case. We're just going to look forward to a very good race, Tim.
That we are indeed. So Hookie, of course, on the pole. Kelvin racing and Racing Podge. Your podium starting off here. So we'll just wait for the drivers to get to their appropriate positions on the grid. So Oliver and Chat, quick, what is your top 3 predictions?
Ooh, I'm going to go Hookie. No, I think Dan, Kelvin, and Snellweg.
I'm going to go Kelvin, Racing Podge, and Energy Dan. So let's see what happens here as the final few drivers finding their place on the grid. There you see the Red Bull that looks like that is Fanny Lion lining up in 3rd place. And here we go. The driver sitting there waiting, just waiting for those lights.
We can't wait for this. Round 20 of the season. We're coming towards the final stages, Tim. We're actually coming towards that point of the season.
Yeah, just a few more races to go, and, well, it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty, so bear with us here. Maybe there's not going to be lights out just quite yet.
When you think about that, Tim, we only got 2 more weeks of the season to go, and it's going to be exciting to see what those 2 weeks are going to bring to this season. And when we go to season 8, we're going to start with a clean slate, new drivers, new everything. Hopefully, in those 2 weeks, it's going to be an absolute stonker, and I think Mexico will be nothing but a running race.
And here we go, the drivers watching the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air. No red lights. We are green for the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series race, and it looks like there's a little bit of carnage in the back already. Yes, there is. There's a lot of cars crashing for position. It looks like there's 2 Mercedes out. A Red Bull is out. Oh my goodness, 3, 4 cars involved. Bannister's involved, and Hookie is leading this race. Energy Dan in 2nd, but we have a virtual safety car.
What happened there at the start? I didn't think that Fanny Line actually went. That was unbelievable.
I think that the drivers might have just got caught off guard because it took so long for the race to start for whatever reason. I really don't know. And it just looked like maybe, as you said, Fanny Lion didn't go, and then it was just a chain reaction crash. After that, I think it was Bannister, Proliver, Admeister, and Fanny Lion involved. Let's take a look at Saneth. I think that he got by okay. Snellweg has damage. Our championship leader has damage on the front wing of that McLaren.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, we've got penalties coming in now. Proliver's got a 10-second time penalty for the combination of both the first crash incident and ignoring yellows, and we've got Bannister and Admeister on 5-second penalties as well. Sonic Hawk and Racing Podge. What's happened to Racing Podge? He's gone very slowly down to 8th place, and Racing Podge has been caught out by his teammates. So, and AlphaTauri 1 and 2, and Dan Hookie are fighting Tim for the lead.
Yeah, they are, and there's Energy Dan trying to get the slipstream off of Hookie, and he goes around him, but will he be able to clear him before they get into turn number 1? And look at Kelvin back there in the Haas as well, so he's wanting to join this race, riding up over Kelvin. Kelvin makes the move for 2nd. Kelvin makes the move for 1st. There's contact with Energy Dan, and then Kelvin and Energy Dan fighting it out wheel to wheel, but Kelvin racing moves into 1st place. Energy Dan having to settle for 2nd.
What a move from Kelvin! Taking both AlphaTauris, actually put them to sleep. Well worked from Kelvin, Tim. That was incredible. Oh, Kelvin went in. Energy Dan went deep, and Kelvin went deep, and that's Racing Pod through. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we got Sonic Hawk there in second, chasing Kelvin. Energy Dan dropping back down to third. Behind him, it's the Red Bull of Gaming Things, and then the Alpha Tauri of Hooky.
Sorry, Sonic Hawk, not Racing Pod. I do apologize, but my goodness me, what? Have we disconnected?
I think we're good, Oliver. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, it looks like Oliver actually has been disconnected from the session. Unfortunately, do you need an invite? We will get Oliver back here in just a few minutes' time, but going to take a look here at Sonic Hawk in the meantime, who is giving chase to Kelvin Racing up there in first, and he also set the fastest lap, a 1:19 it looked like. It has disappeared from my screen, but the official running order is Kelvin Racing, Sonic Hawk, Energy Dan, Gaming Things, and Hooky, your top 5. So Kelvin Racing, who started in second place, has been able to thrust himself up into the first position. Energy Dan had a very good start, got all the way up to second, and then passed his teammate for first, dropped down to third. Meanwhile, his teammate has dropped down to fifth, as you see him back there battling with the Red Bull of Gaming Things. Trying to see if we need to get Oliver back in here.
Right, I am back, Tim. I am back connected.
And Sonic Hawk is spun! Sonic Hawk is now out of the race! He is spun in Sector 2! So Sonic Hawk from second place is now gonna have a DNF in this race. His car is badly damaged. Wow, what even is this race? There is a yellow flag in Sector 2 for Sonic Hawk. So far, there is not a safety car.
Wow, unlucky there for Sonic Hawk. I wasn't streaming on my phone. Oh man, that's unbelievably bad for Sonic Hawk. He had such a good start as well, then that happened. Oh, that's unfortunate there for Sonic Hawk. So we're 1 Ferrari down, we've got 1 Ferrari left.
Yeah, and you know, it really is bad for Sonic Hawk because he had such a good run. He was able to get a good start and get up to second place, and then this happened. But now look at this, Hooky making a move on Gaming Things, trying to go on the inside, but Gaming Things battles back hard on the outside. He is not going to let that position go. Gaming Things going to retain the third position for now. Hooky going to have to settle for fourth.
And I am back, Tim. I am back.
Welcome back, Oliver.
Is that Moneymink in 7th by chance? My goodness, Moneymink's in 7th.
Yeah, Moneymink.
Where did he come from?
He came from somewhere that was behind 7th, if I remember correctly. Don't exactly know where he started, but he certainly is in 7th right now. In fact, we will take a look at that here for just a moment. He has gained a whopping 10 positions. Moneymink is on fire here today.
Very good stuff there from Moneymink. He's trying to take down Shadow Lancer, and of course the audacious Psycho Mitch. Of course, Psycho Mitch being the audacious one, of course, with those hard compound tyres. So he's going to do his damn best to defend. He's got a 5-car train behind him though, Tim, which is unbelievable. So let's have a look at Hooky's just closing on Gaming Things slightly, but not enough to challenge him. And we got Oliver creating a penalty. Let's see how Shadow Lancer will do on Psycho Mitch. Go down to the inside. He's going to take down the inside line. Shadow Lancer will get past. And Moneymink's is getting a bit interested as well with Psycho Mitch's car. Moneymink down the inside. No, he has to cut the corner slightly. Manchi's looking very interested, but good driving down for Shadow Lancer, overtaking Psycho Mitch very cleanly.
Yeah, and Moneymink going to try to go around the outside of Psycho Mitch as well. He actually goes into the grass a little bit, but hangs on to it. Wow, Moneymink. And Psycho Mitch just trying to defend here. I think that the hard tire strategy is actually going to work out for him. He's losing a lot of ground now, and that's to be expected. But he got such a miraculous start after we saw the carnage that really ensued right as the lights went out.
Okay, Gaming Things are getting really, really close to Energy Dan now, Tim. This is about for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th now.
Yeah, so Energy Dan really not able to chase Kelvin as much as maybe he'd like to. 4.8-second gap. So Gaming Things and Hooky have rightly, as you said, Oliver, caught up to them, riding on board with Hooky now, who is really just decided to ride behind Gaming Things, I think. I don't think he's really trying to press his luck too hard right now and just kind of run with him and work with him and try to catch Energy Dan. And so far, it has worked out much to their favor that Gaming Things is almost within DRS range of Energy Dan. In fact, I believe that he is.
Money Mink's taking Sajkovic. That is another place gain for Money Mink. He's now moved up, 11 positions now. And Matt G down the inside of Sajkovic. And Sajkovic moves to 11th place. Those hard tyres are not paying up for it too well.
No, they're not. But I do wonder, though, if he had started on the mediums, how he would look now, because there for a while it looked like he was doing such a great job being able to hold off these drivers, but now about a lap or two later we are seeing that he is dropping back a little bit more significantly than what it looked like he would earlier on. So I wonder if he had been able to start on the medium tires, I'm sure that he wouldn't be losing quite as many positions, but still fair play to him for being able to get through that wreck and even put himself into this position to start with, because he started 11th, so that's 4 spots gained. And Money Mink, another driver who, as we've said, was able to get by. He has gained, I believe, 11 spots now, as he is in the 6th position. Mad G, of course, he didn't even set a qualifying lap. He was able to get by it. So a lot of these drivers that we're seeing in the mid-pack have put themselves there because they were able to avoid the carnage on lap 1.
Man, look at Hooky. He's not really saving his errs. He's doing the best he can to catch down gaming things as he locks up going into turn 1. He's got 60% errs compared to Gaming Fiends' 44% errs. So Hookie's really using that errs a lot, and that's really not going to work out for him. He needs to save his errs to the right moment. This is what I do in league racing. I save my errs to the right possible point, because it says in the name overtake, and I use my errs as an overtake button. So I get the extra bit more boost to actually get past my opponent. So Hookie's doing the best he can, but right now he needs to save his errs a bit more to take down gaming things, which I think he's about to now.
So we'll see if he's able to do so. He has not yet activated the overtake, but he did have the DRS, and now he's on the outside of gaming things, but not able to do anything with it. Yeah, good defending there from Gaming Things for sure. Just staying calm, cool, and collected, and running what line you are given in that situation. And there goes Hooky, maybe a little bit wide, a bit wider than Gaming Things. So, see, right there we were seeing 2 different racing lines. Gaming Things decided to take a little bit of a tighter approach around the corner while Hooky went wide.
Here he comes.
And there he goes around him, but will he clear him by the time they get to turn number 1? Yes, he does. Move Hooky up into the 3rd spot. Gaming Things back down to 4th.
Let's have a look at Sanaf. He's about to take down Money Mink and gets him. Nice. Oh, Money Mink a bit later on the brakes. He's still hanging around the outside. Oh, they make contact, and again. Oh, that's a bit naughty for the both of them. Very lots of contact between the two.
Yeah, but Money Mink dropping down to 8th, Saneth in 7th now, and Sajkovic is starting to catch these drivers, and look at how many laps they have on their tires. 7 laps on their tires. The expected life of the soft tires are only about 9 to 10 laps. So now is where those hard tires of Sajkovic really come into play, but he got very loose off of that corner and almost made it a moot point, but he did a good job of hanging on to it there. Money Mink just trying to defend and regroup to get back to Saneth, but he has another 3-second time penalty. Not sure what that makes for Money Mink at this point.
And Gaming trying to keep on tabs with Hooky, and he's doing a very good job of it. He's got lots of errs to play with compared to Hooky, who's only got 15%. And of course, Gaming Things has got a whopping 70. He's draining it now to try and close it on Hooky. Really draining it as well. 30. Oh my goodness, he's closing in quickly to look at him go.
And Gaming Things looking on the inside. A little bit of contact there between him and Hooky. And Hooky will hold on to the 3rd position for now, but there's going to be a DRS zone here. Let's see if Gaming Things can regroup and get by him. He's going to try it, and he does. But will he be able to clear him? Yes, he does. Move Gaming Things back up into 3rd. This is a great battle for the final podium spot, and it's only lap 9, Oliver.
Lovely driving for the both of them. Gaming Things was smart. He used Hooky as a little bit of a dummy. He made Hooky to take the tighter line to prevent, and that offers opportunities Gaming Things to take the switchback move using the wider line. So he made Hooky as a bit of a dummy there. But now what he's done is he left his overtake on, and that drained his errs to 0. That is going to play massive dividends. Here goes Matt G on Shuttle Lancer, Tim.
Matt G really taking advantage of the spots he was able to gain on the start and trying to gain a little bit more, so doing a very good job here today in that Renault. Shadow Lancer just trying to defend. Looks like Matt G might be a little bit faster. Hooky into the pits, and as is Gamey, so they're going to gain 2 spots, Shadow Lancer and Matt G will. It looks like Hooky and Gamey things limit on those tires are about 8 laps. So Shadow Lancer moves into 3rd, Mad G into 4th, and Mad G gonna move into 3rd now as he makes a move on Shadow Lancer, makes it stick, and he clears him before they get to turn number 1. But both of these drivers still chasing Kelvin and Energy Dan, who is 6.4 seconds behind the leader.
Nice move there for Psychomich, taking down Moneymaker. I think this is where his hard tires are going to come into play, Tim. They have rubbered in. Now they're at their performance peak. Let's see how they do.
Psychomich just got about 3.5 seconds to the car in front of them. That is the Williams of Sanath, but Sanath, we're going to look for him to pit very soon because he's got 9 laps on those soft tires. So Psychomich, we'll see how many spots he can gain. But here's the question is, do you think that Psychomich is going to be able to make this on a one-stop strategy, or is he going to try to make it 2? I think that his best bet is a one-stop.
He's mostly going to go for 1 because he's going to go for a most likely hard to soft, which is actually pretty smart because if you think about it, them lot will be a little bit more Warner softs, but at the same time that when Psychomich comes in, he'll have much more fresher softs. I think this is going to play to Psychomich's hands if he plays his cards right. And Dan Pitt and Kelvin is absolutely stonking this lot. Kelvin's putting in a real good show today, Tim.
Yeah, Kelvin, I think that he got so far out ahead that it's actually given him a chance to really conserve his tires. So maybe he feels like he can go just a little bit longer than what Dan does. So this might actually help Kelvin. We were actually talking about the undercut versus overcut last week.
Snellway takes over the 10th place position. So Snellway moves up a place and it goes into the 10th place position. Energy Dan is right now in 6th place. So right now, doing a good job there as Energy Dan is trying to take on Money Mink. Money Mink goes a bit wide. Dan's trying to push on. You can see Psychomich just ahead. Money Mink, good defending coming off Dan, but it's about a matter of time or a matter of when Dan is going to be taking on Psychomich. But then again, Tim, this is going to play to Kelvin's hands because Dan's getting held up here by Money Mink.
Yeah, it really is. Money Mink just out there on 10-lap old tires as Energy Dan just pitted for fresh medium. So we'll see if Money Mink dives into the pits this time.
Kelvin's in.
Kelvin is in. So Kelvin, 11 laps on the tires is all that he wants to do. But let's see where he comes out. I think he is going to come out ahead of Energy Dan because he has been... Oh, yeah, because he has actually been held up by Money Mink, as you said, and... Let's see where he comes out now. Who is that trying to pass him? That is Psychomich. So the 2 Haas cars running 1-2 at the moment, but that's 5 seconds behind because it's actually a Mercedes, a lap Mercedes that was coming up near Kelvin. So 4 seconds to 2nd place. Kelvin pretty much, holds on to that gap. Energy Dan 1.6 seconds behind 2nd place. So Kelvin
6.2 behind Kelvin. He's gained a 2nd.
Yeah, Kelvin actually did gain a full 2nd on that round of pit stop. So how much of that do you think was him staying out?
Oh, Snellweg.
Oh,
unlucky,
no.
Buddy.
Oh, no. Yeah, Snellweg, a 3-second time penalty. And that's after he's already had to pit in this race for a fresh front wing because he got involved in that wreck on lap 1. So Snellweg just not having a good day
Dan's been hit.
Yeah, and now Energy Dan having a 3-second time penalty. He's actually battling out with Psychomich, trying to get around him here. Psychomich on those hard tires, just not as fast as Energy Dan on the fresh mediums. And Energy Dan going to try to go around the outside. Psychomich really driving it through the corner on the inside, but able to hold on to it. And Energy Dan will move into 2nd place. Psychomich now going to have to deal with gamey things as that Red Bull really wants by to give chase to that AlphaTauri driver, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time, but he will before they get to turn number 1. But Psychomich, he is battling hard on the outside, and gamey things is just not there quite yet. Well, not able to get around him. Using the slipstream, though, he will get around him this time, but will he actually be able to clear him before they get to turn number 1? They're going to be side by side in the corner, I do believe. Psychomich still trying to battle on the outside. And some contact there, just minor contact between the Red Bull and the Haas, but gamey things does prevail and move into 3rd. But no, Psychomich is trying to battle. Psychomich is trying to take the battle back to Gaming Things, and I think he has done it. Yes, he did. Psychomich got around Gaming Things.
He's dummied him. He did exactly what it did on the tin. He made Gaming Things go onto the tighter line.
That was very impressive.
He dummied him.
So now let's see if Gaming Things can regroup and take the challenge back to Psychomich. Also, let's not forget, Hooky has joined this battle. He is right on the bumper of Gaming Things, so it is a 2-car battle, well, 3-car battle, really, for the 3rd place here.
So this is gonna be fun. A Haas, a Red Bull, and an AlphaTauri. This should be fun. And look at Kelvin go. 8 seconds ahead of Dan. He's almost half a straight ahead. Half a main straight ahead of Dan. This is impressive stuff for Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin has really done an amazing job here today. And, you know, as we're approaching the halfway mark of this race, it looks like he is going to be the one to beat, because with an 8-second gap, you're going to have to make a big mistake to lose that.
Hooky and Gamey. Good work from the drivers holding position. As Mad G passes Racing Podge, now this is going to be fun with these 3 drivers. Let's see how they do.
So, if Psychomich holds up Gaming Things and Hooky enough, this could actually allow Mad G to, and look at Hooky trying to go underneath Gaming Things. Wow, I thought that was going to be a crash for a moment. But if they are held up enough, then Mad G could very easily catch these drivers. He's already within 1.9 seconds of them, and he could join this mix. That he could really join this fight, and he could even be looking at a potential podium, because this is the battle for the 3rd spot.
And it's just because the top 2 have run away, and here goes Gaming Things, Sim.
Gaming Things on the inside. Psychomich defending. Gaming Things gets a penalty. Wow, and you know, I think it's really dumb luck that Psychomich didn't get a penalty, because what happened with him and Gaming Things just then is what happened with Psychomich and Energy Dan a few laps ago, except Psychomich was on the inside. And there he is in that Renault, really getting up to the back of the AlphaTauri of Hooky and going to try to go around him, but Hooky trying to go around the Haas of Psychomich. So really, this is just anyone's fight for the podium at the moment.
Racing Podge in there too. Snanaf just taking down Snellweg. Good work there from Sanaf on those soft tires.
So we'll see what Sanaf can do. I expect that he will probably catch these drivers here soon if they continue to run in a line like this.
Man G's been taken down by Hooky, down the inside, contact between the 2. And I think that's the move done, no side by side. Good move by Man G around the outside. And now he's going to take down He's going to try and take down Psychomich. Racing Pod is getting interested. This is turning into a very stonking race, Tim.
This is incredible. I will say that much, Oliver. Riding on board with Racing Pod, and you can really see there's some contact there. Mad G and Psychomich is spun. Psychomich is spun, and he's out of this race.
Unfortunate for Psychomich.
And we are under a virtual safety car. The question is, I was on board with Racing Podge and then on board with Hooky. Watching that, I did not get a good view of it. Did Psychomich spin on his own, or did he spin off the front wing of Mad G?
I believe there was contact between the 2, but I think there is. I don't know if it's definite, but that was absolutely unbelievable. I think we're about to go racing any moment. I think that's Hooky about to take on Mad G. They're still under the virtual safety car. They're both locking up yet with green flag. Oh no, Kelvin! Oh no! Oh no, that's a shame.
Contact between Mad G and Hooky.
Breaking news, Kelvin's got a drive-through.
Does he? Oh no, and Hooky spun!
Again! Not again!
Oh, and he goes into the wall.
He's not happy.
So Kelvin with a drive-through, Hooky spinning in 7th place, Energy Dan in 2nd, Snellweg in 8th. What is going on? Both those drivers have time penalties. And Kelvin's going to have to take the drive-through penalty soon. What did he get the drive-through for?
he's over exceeded the delta time for the virtual safety car a bit too low, and the game has given him the drive through. He over exceeded the delta time, just about to give him a penalty. Oh, that is so gutting. Kelvin was doing so well, Tim.
Yeah, he really is. And now look at this. Hookie with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, so a bad day just going to worse for Hookie. And running in 7th place at the moment, but I suspect that Hookie might not even be looking at points finishes here soon.
Oh, man, I just feel bad for Kelvin, man. He was doing so well, and then, of course, the drive-through came through. Kelvin was dominating this race, and now it just goes to pot as Sanab is really closing on Mad G now, which is looking very promising for him.
Yeah, Sanab, I think, is really one of the few winners in this race today. He's running in 5th place and on soft tires, so he's able to really be a lot faster than Mad G. The problem is that before too long, those soft tires are definitely going to lose their life. So, you know, we might be looking at a medium, soft, medium, or a medium, soft, soft strategy for Saneth here today. And I would imagine at this point, the best thing to do would be a medium, soft, soft, just to try to keep the pace going. So Saneth more than likely going to have to pit again for another set of soft tires, but not quite yet. So he can try to pick off a few drivers here and there. He's got up to 5th and trying to work on Mad G in 4th, but Mad G is just super fast today.
Indeed so, and this is the most interesting part, Tim, that both Williamses of Saneth and Shadow they haven't got their penalties yet. They haven't got their penalties yet, which is a good sign. If they don't have penalties, then they can progress up this field at the end of this race. But it depends if they don't have the penalty or not.
Nonetheless, it's going to be a very interesting final lap once all these drivers cross the line. Kelvin racing with the drive-thru.
Oh, good move by Racing Pod. Switches back on Money Ming. Left him for a nice bag of chips on a nice Friday evening. That is Money Ming been absolutely slaughtered by Racing Pod with that beautiful switchback move. Beautifully orchestrated for Racing Podge.
Yeah, and Racing Podge being the only Ferrari left in this race here today after the unfortunate DNF from Sonicock. He is having at least a decent day. He is running in the points in 8th place, and it looks like he has just pitted for the medium tires, if I'm not mistaken, if the information I'm seeing is not wrong, as now Kelvin dives down.
Smart move from Kelvin. Smart move from Kelvin. He literally, and I mean literally, made up, was it the maximum amount of laps to take a drive through, and literally Energy Dan just went past the pits. It's only 2.5 seconds. Smart move from Kelvin, Tim.
Yeah, smart move from Kelvin indeed. He only lost, well, he's got a gap of about 2.5 seconds to catch Energy Dan, but Kelvin is still very much in contention for this race. However, you know that Energy Dan is going to really put the pedal to the metal now and understand.
Dan's not a stupid guy, Tim.
No, he is not. He knows what he has to do. He knows he pretty much has to win this race to keep the championship hopes alive. And Snellweg running in 7th is not making it any easier on him, because that's still a points gain for, or a points total for Snellweg. Energy Dan would gain on him, but Snellweg still scoring points is what he has to do to clinch this championship maybe next week. But if Energy Dan's able to win, it'll be a lot harder.
And he needs a 3-second gap to Kelvin to take the race victory, but I don't think Kelvin in any way, shape or form is not going to care about the championship. He wants that first race win, and he wants it badly, and Sanaf wants Mad G extremely badly. He's trying very hard to catch him down.
So let's take a look at Mad G and Saneth there. Mad G, of course, getting close to gaming things as well. So really we have a 3-car battle fight for 3rd place. Once again, it just seems like that final podium spot is always the most contested.
And it just... So right now, Mad G and Gamey on those medium compound tyres. Kelvin is gaining Dan by an absolute rate of knots. Shannon are just minding his own business. Money Mink He's minding his own business. So right now everyone's minding their own business. We've got a yellow flag. I believe that's Money Mink. It is Money... Well, I think it's Money Mink. I think it is. Yeah, oh, it's Hooky, I think. Yeah, it's Hooky. We'll have a bit of an off. Friendly Lion has left the session. He's just been lagged out. And hello, Tim. Hello. Kelvin and Danton. Hello. Hello.
So on board now with Kelvin, and he is using that slipstream to get Energy Dan, but Energy Dan trying to move back and forth just a little bit to try to break that slipstream that Kelvin's getting off of him, but it's pretty much all for naught because Kelvin just sucked right up to the back of that AlphaTauri, and this is a section that Kelvin is really fast through, and you saw the difference between how Energy Dan got through there and how Kelvin got through there. Kelvin just a little bit quicker than Dan through that little chicane section, and now he's going to try to go on the outside, but Energy Dan defending really hard on the inside and actually cutting him off across the track, so Energy Dan not going to let this position go that easily, and why would he?
Kelvin, Dan's not stupid. He's not going to let go that easily.
Kelvin just trying to hang on. I think he's actually deciding to drop back a little bit and regroup, try to decide how he's going to get through Energy Dan.
You have to be really smart to play against Energy Dan. Energy Dan is not a wide racing pod, just take a snail weg, so that's good work there for racing pods. We're looking at this fight at the moment. Good move by racing pods to get past snail weg, so that's a little bit more points gain for Dan. So right now, let's see how Kelvin can do on this main straight. This should be an easy pass to him.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see, but he will have the DRS and he will have the slipstream, so he's got everything working in his favor. The question is, how much of an exit did Energy Dan get off of that corner? It's not going to be enough for Kelvin. He's going to stay in second place, but he's going to try everything that he can. He broke as late as he could through that corner.
Gaming Figs and Mad G, they're fighting. Good move by Mad G to take third. I think Kelvin might take down Dan at the end of this straight. Good exit from Energy Dan, keeping that lead. This is going to be an sensational fight for this lead position, Tim.
And I think that that's one thing that some people really underestimate is just how important a good exit out of these corners are, because you've got these long straightaways and you need as much speed as possible. What better way to get more speed than get a good exit out of the previous corner? And that is what Energy Dan is able to really perfect here, and that's how he's been able to stay in front of Kelvin. There is no question that Kelvin is quicker than Energy Dan right now, but Energy Dan is getting the exits off these corners that he needs in order to keep Kelvin behind him.
So right now, we're going to see if Kelvin can get a real good exit on Dan, because Dan's going in. I think Dan is going to try and undercut him. Oh, and Dan's... Oh, no, that's not what he wanted.
A 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Energy Dan. So does he serve that now? Yeah, I think he did have to serve it that time. If not, it will be added on to his total at the end of the race.
No, the time penalty did get served. It's 8 seconds now.
So Energy Dan may be still in contention for a podium, but might have just lost the race win to Kelvin Racing because of that time penalty.
Right now, so Dan's on the medium stretch, so he's going to go to the end now because he started the sauce, he went for a medium stretch, he went for another medium, so Dan is set to go to the end now, Tim.
Well, we'll see when Kelvin decides to pit. It's been 10 laps on the medium tires so far. Mad G running in second place, Gaming Things in third.
So our closest fight now, Tim, is Podge and Snellweg. This is our closest fight in the moment.
And it's a very close fight as Racing Pods gets very loose off of that corner, hangs on to it.
Good save.
Yeah, a very good save there from the Ferrari driver. Snellweg seems a lot more calm, cool, and collected on those hard tires in front of him than Racing Pods does on the mediums behind.
Yeah, Snellweg is doing his part. He's actually gone to the hard tires, that will definitely set Snellweg up for the race. So I would see no problems in Snellweg going to the end. He's good. I think what he's doing, he's trying to predict the pit stops when they come round. Dan has already stopped, so hit that. Racing Pod has been racing, Tim.
And trying to get around Snellweg, but not able to do it this time. using that slipstream, though.
And
he's going to go around him. And he does. He does make the move. So Snellweg dropping down to 8th, Racing Podge in 7th.
So Moneymaker picks up another time penalty. Shallow Lancer doing very well in 4th place with no penalties. So both Williams guys, Tim, are doing very, very well, Tim, on with no penalties. And so is Bannister. So right now, those 3 drive and Kelvin, those 4 drivers, Tim, are the only guys who haven't picked up a penalty yet, Tim. It's looking very good for the boat, for all 4 of them.
It really is, and I guess it really depends on how much time penalties the drivers in front of these guys have, because Kelvin, of course, no one's in front of him. He's leading the race. So if he keeps it clean, he doesn't have to worry about it. However, not sure how much in time penalties Gamey Things has, but if Shadowlancer was able to knock some time off that gap.
There's a good feature from the game that you can check, because if you press square and go to detail, and you flit to the right, you can actually check their penalties.
Wonderful. All right, so we do get that.
How many penalties you got?
All right, so see, that's a new feature. Thank you for telling me that. So Gamey Things a 3-second time penalty. Energy Dan, 8 seconds worth of time penalty. So that is not looking good for Energy Dan so far. It looks like that the speeding penalty did not get served. Mad G has 3 seconds worth of time penalties. Racing Podge has 12 seconds worth of time penalties. Money Mink has 27 seconds worth of time penalties. This is actually pretty insane to see just how many time penalties have been given out here today.
It's a lovely feature, to say the least.
Oh, it most certainly is.
Saves us for going on to Race Director, tune out for now.
Yeah, exactly. Because I can't do that while I'm streaming.
So that saves all the hassle. So thank you, Codemasters. You actually done something right for once.
Lap 26 of 36 here. There you look at Shadowlancer running in 4th. Gamey Things in 3rd. Riding on board with him, you see absolutely no one in front of him except that little tiny dot. That is Mad G in the Renault. Of course, Mad G running in 2nd, 3.8 seconds behind Kelvin Racing, and you cannot see Kelvin Racing until he gets to the corner. You can just see him ahead of there.
Shadowlancer's in the pit, so what tyre shadow's going on with 10 laps to go? I think I've got a hunch. Yeah, that hunch is true. He's going on to the soft tyres, Tim. Shadow's set for the end now.
So we have seen these tires last 10 laps, so Shadowlancer has pitted just the right time to go to the end, as you said. So we'll see how much time he can really make up.
Oh, there's Snellweg down the outside of Racing Podge. Can he get the move stick? Down the inside into the chicane. He does. Well done to Snellweg. Brilliant moves.
So Snellweg in 6th, Racing Podge in 7th now. Racing Podge, I don't think he has the DRS. No, he does not. So he was not able to gain a lot of time on Snellweg down that straightaway, but he's going to be close to him here this time. Gets very loose, though, so losing more time, but next DRS zone, if he's able to stay close enough, Racing Podge might be able to take a challenge back to the McLaren driver.
So Shadowlancer's going to be a factor, Tim, because now he's on the soft tyres, and he's on fresh softs as well. He is going to be on a stonker now to get close to Snellweg and Racing Podge. Magic Gamey Things are in. They're in for their stops. They're going for their soft tyres. Kelvin is going for another lap. We've got Sanap about to come through. He's on fresh medium, so he can go to the end. We've got Snellweg, who's still going. He's very set for the. He's pretty much set. Podge is set for the end. Shannon's at set for the end. So this is going to be very intriguing how it all plays out, Tim. And look at this. Magic says for the softs, as Dan set for mediums. So Magic's got the tyre advantage, Tim. This is going to be very interesting to see for the end of the race.
Yeah, so Mad G looking at a podium here today, and all he's got to really do is keep it clean.
Here we go. Another round with Podge versus Snellweg.
And Racing Podge has DRS this time, but Snellweg is just too quick down the straightaway. Racing Podge actually does not have the DRS. It is not open. It should have been, but it wasn't. So Racing Podge not able to get close, and Money Mink has officially retired.
Out in the stadium section.
And look at this, Kelvin, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and he decides to pit this time. More than likely going to go onto the soft tire, but will that time penalty play into effect?
Because he pits underneath the safety car. Perfect timing for Kelvin.
Wow, that actually is perfect timing for Kelvin. I didn't realize that we had a safety car. Is that for Money Mink?
Yes, it was.
All right, so Kelvin going to hold on to the first position, but he still has a 3-second time penalty. However, Energy Dan has 8 seconds. Mad G has 3 seconds. So the big winner in this is Sanith, who is in fourth without a time penalty.
Shadow's going to get 2 positions. Shadow's going to get 2 positions because Gaming Fee, Racing Podge, and Snowwick are pitted. Shadow's is on the freshest sauce possible. Gaming Fee's on the freshest sauce possible. Man G's on the freshest sauce possible. Kelvin's going to drive away. I think Energy Dan has cost himself a podium here, Tim. I don't know if he can get a podium as Energy Dan.
I don't think he's going to be able to either. It was unfortunate timing that he got that time penalty for speeding in the pit lane because he already had 3 seconds for corner cutting or track limits or whatever the game deemed necessary to give him a penalty for. And, you know, as we've seen, that's just common here. You carry so much speed in these corners that it's very hard to not pick up a time penalty. And I know myself, I've picked up plenty of them here.
Indeed so. Mexico is a fun circuit, but it's a very easy track to get penalties. And fair play to the Williams guys and Bannister. They're doing very, very well for not getting those penalties. They've been very, very brilliant today, Tim.
They really have, and this is their moment to shine. Sanith could very well get a podium position here. Maybe even Shadowlancer could get a podium position if he's able to get in front of Gaming Things.
Maybe.
Because there's, in fact, here, we're going to go and take a look at the time penalties. Kelvin has 3 seconds. Energy Dan has 8 seconds. Mad G has 3 seconds. Sanith has 0. So if Sanith stays within 3 seconds of Mad G, then he will get the podium position as long as he avoids time penalties from here on out. Gaming Things has 3 seconds worth of time penalties, so that is not even a guarantee that he's going to be able to get into a podium. Shadowlancer has 0 seconds worth of time penalties, so if he can keep it clean, then he's going to be close. So this is going to turn into a very, very interesting final few laps.
And it just... Psychomage, this is impressive, Tim. I did not know this. This is Psychomage's first DNF of the season. So fair play to Psychomage there, Tim.
Yeah, fair play to Psychomage indeed. He's done a good job so far to try and, you know, keep that car clean. It was just today, you know, just a matter of racing saw him have a DNF. But, you know, like you said, it's very impressive to go all season and only have 1 DNF. There's 2 races left after today, but still, he's went this far with only 1 DNF, so that is very impressive from Psychomich. And to be fair, I think that the hard to soft strategy would have played out in his favor, and he would have scored some points today if if him and Mad G hadn't made contact. And it was such a fast sector that they made contact in that you're carrying a lot of momentum. So it was just... I'm not saying that Mad G spun him on purpose. I think it was just a racing deal.
So, we got around about 6 laps to go. Shalolance and Sanaf are in a good position to get a podium. I think Calvin's going to drive away, no doubt about that. Dan and Sanaf have got mediums. So that's the only downside I'm going to have on Sanaf, Tim, is Sanaf's tyres are 6-lap-old mediums, and the rest of them are freshest of fresh sauce. That's the downside. I've got a bit of a doubt on.
So we've
but
got...
I wouldn't count my money for it.
So Martin saying that the AI car is going to ruin Tom at the restart.
That shadow by chance. I wouldn't say so. It's ghosted, so I've been Tom's not going to be two-faced by it all.
Hopefully not. You know, and I'm not sure why the ghosted car is running in the position that it is, but we have no control over that.
Oh, no, of course not.
So
and
we'll
that's
see.
An AI as well, Fanny Lion as well.
Yeah, Fanny Lion, unfortunate for him that he had some reason to where he was disconnected from the session, so that's just been the AI car driving around for him at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. So, 6 laps to go. Gislodian is about to join this pack about very soon, and so is Admeister. Them two about to join the pack any moment, and once they do join, Tim, we can get this race, this final 6 of 5 laps underway. We got fireworks.
It's going to be very intense, Oliver. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here because, you know, as we mentioned, all the time penalties that are at stake here and potential podiums and potential losses that we're going to see, it's going to be insane because, you know, you have rightly pointed out that at this moment there are only 3 drivers without time penalties. So
this is it. This is it.
That it is. Got Gaming Things in 5th, Saneth 4th, 3rd, Mad G, Energy Dan in 2nd, Kelvin Racing in 1st place, and Kelvin Racing will be the control car. Looks like he's loading as a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Admeister, so very unfortunate for him there. And look at Energy Dan really getting close to Kelvin, just trying to go as soon as he can, but Kelvin, being the control car, gets to choose when as long as he goes before the line, and he decided to accelerate just in that moment, and Kelvin gets a great start over Energy Dan. Mad G just kind of riding there into 3rd position.
It's getting you people Sanov already.
So let's see what Gaming Things can do as we ride on board with him. Saneth, though, doing a good job at holding him off. He's going to have to go a little bit wide through that corner, but Gaming Things had to take a tight line around.
How did he get the 5-second penalty for getting annoying yellows? How?
I didn't see it, Oliver. I'm not sure. Gaming Things, though, has moved into 4th. 5th is still Saneth, and Saneth is not going to be able to make the move back around Gaming Things, but there was almost contact that time. Gaming Things, you got to remember, though, he has a 3-second time penalty, and Mad G up there in 3rd. He has got a time penalty as well. So if Saneth stays close to them, he still might be able to get that podium, but he has got his teammate of Shadow Lancer behind him.
And you can tell by speaking, staying close because Mad G on edge. Look at the drive Mad G has out of the corner due to the pressures of the tires. Oh! Very naughty for Energy Dan. He literally cut off Mad G. Nearly sent him to the wall. My goodness, Dan.
I saw the very tail end of it, and I saw Mad G out there on the outside in the runoff area of the corner, and I thought for a moment that he was going to hit the wall and that it was not going to be a good thing, but Mad G was able to hang on to it and continue to run here in this 3rd spot. Gaming Things just behind him as well, and they're leaving Saneth in the dust, but he is staying within DRS range of Gaming Things, but just barely. So this is going to be, at this point, it's literally anybody's podium.
Kelvin is, like I said before, he's driving away, and now Shanlons needs to get past his teammate ASAP before the top lot get away. Shanlons needs to get past Sanab as soon as he possibly can. He needs to get past him. Shanlon really looking at Sanab still, trying to get past him, but Sanab's not letting him through. If I was a team now, let Shannon through. He's on the better tyres. He needs to get past Shannon ASAP. Mad G having a little look at Dan with Gaming Things behind. It's still all to play for, Tim.
Yeah, it's really anyone's race, and you know you got to remember Energy Dan 8 seconds worth of time penalty, so he has to have a miraculous next 4 laps if he's going to hold on to a podium, and I really just don't think that that's going to be possible. And there goes Kelvin Racing, clicking off another fastest lap, a 1:16.8, and the DRS is enabled this time. So now there will be DRS assistance. Let's see what Gaming Things can do on Mad G.
On the next straight, they will get DRS, and Mad G will be licking his chops to take down Dan.
Yeah, he really will. Mad G, he needs to get ahead of Dan, and he needs to put a gap on him if he wants that podium.
Look at this, about 6 cars in front for podiums, and look at Snellweg. He doesn't look at Shuttle already. I don't think Sal's paid Shuttle any favours. Oh, he hits a little chuckle Shuttle, but Shuttle still stays ahead. Very good work there for Shadow, holding his ground against the GP4 leader. And he's not going to let Shadow go, but I think Sanov has done the damage on Shadow.
So Shadow Lancer going to have to stay in 6th place for now. He's trying to catch his teammate.
Mad G.
Mad G trying to make the move on Energy Dan, going around the outside. Into the stadium section they go. Energy Dan in 2nd, Mad G in 3rd. but is Energy Dan going to be able to hold off Mad G once they get to turn number 1? There's going to be DRS assistance, and Mad G is super fast here today. We have seen that, but Energy Dan gets a wonderful exit off of that final corner, but Mad G's going to have the DRS now. Let's see what he can do.
Look at this train of cars team going into the first corner. It's unreal.
That it is, and there we see Mad G closing the gap on Energy Dan, but not able to really do anything with it. But he breaks so late to try to get around him, but not able to make it work. Energy Dan does a good job at defending, but there will be DRS once again for Mad G. We'll see if he's able to get around Energy Dan, but Energy Dan, like we said, Oliver, he is so good at the exits of these corners, and that's what's really helping him.
Oh, there's so much going on. Oh, it's a bit of a look at there for Pro Oliver. Always sits in the back of Snellway. Oh, it's Hooky trying to do a bit of a dive bomb on Pro Oliver. That's not going to work. But still, they're still fighting. Look at all these trailing cars. This is from Energy Dan down to Bannister in 10th.
This is just insane. It is an Energy Dan train that we're watching here. And Energy Dan on those old medium tires, he really has no choice but stay out there and do what he can. Mad G trying to get around him once again, but not able to do it. Mad G has got to deal with gaming things behind him as well.
Oh, it's a massive accident. Hookie's in the back of Oliver. Hookie's round again. No safety cars, too late. They're going to keep going.
So there's going to be no safety car this time, so we're still under green flag conditions. Hooky with another penalty for corner cutting. Mad G still in third, trying to chase down Energy Dan. Lap 35 of 36. But who's it going to be on the podium after the time penalties?
We don't know. Look at Charlotte on his teammate Tim. Round the outside, Charlotte's finally done him.
Oh no, it's Snellweg! That is Snellweg. He is spun. He's in 8th, 9th now. Is Prover going to pass him as well? No.
No, he's not. Wow. What a race. What an ending to this Mexican Grand Prix.
What an ending indeed. So Shadowlands are running in 5th now, trying to chase down gaming things. Lap 35 of 36, Kelvin is 10 seconds. Yes, you heard me right. 10 seconds ahead of Energy Dan.
And look at Magi's having another go, Tim.
Using that slipstream, trying to get around him, but not able to do it. Energy Dan throws a block on him.
Tim, I think it's going to be your best announcing skills ever to cover this last lap. I'm telling you now.
It's going to have to be, Oliver, because Energy Dan, he is defending. Mad G, he is trying to attack. Kelvin Racing, he is winning by 10 seconds. Let's not forget that. We've got to keep an eye on him as well. But right now, the story is with gaming things now. Trying to go around Mad G, and he is right there side by side. The Renault and the Red Bull, and some contact. They're banging wheel to wheel. And gaming things trying to get around Energy Dan now as well, but not able to do it. He picks off one car. Will he be able to pick off the next? In the next DRS zone, Energy Dan gets a wonderful exit. The two cars battling really helped him out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Gaming thing's going to go around Energy Dan around the outside, but will he be able to keep it? No, he won't. Energy Dan defends it.
He's going to try and dummy him. No, he's not. Good defending for Dan. This is down to the last lap. Kelvin is coming towards the final sector. You keep on Kelvin, Tim. I'll keep an eye on this fight.
Kelvin going through the stadium section now. There you see him.
His first win of the season as well.
That it is. So Kelvin, scoring his first podium last week in the United States Grand Prix, will now take that Haas car to victory lane on the top spot of the podium in the Mexican Grand Prix. Congratulations to Kelvin Racing. And now let's find out.
Down the inside. Here we go. It's for the podiums, Tim. This is going to be an ending for the ages.
So Energy Dan will cross the line in second, but after time penalties, who gets what? Gaming Things in second, Mad G in third, Shadowlancer gets fourth, Saneth in fifth, Energy Dan in sixth, and Snellweg in seventh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What an ending that was.
Just amazing. That was amazing. Driver of the day, Mad G, I've got to hand it to him. He didn't even set a qualifying time, and he was able to get up to a podium. So fair play to Mad G. Definitely driver of the day there. Good job there to Shadowlancer getting into fourth. Gaming Things getting into second there at the very end. Kelvin scoring his first win. This was just an amazing race to see.
Oh, I hope us in GP3 are ready, because that was an absolute brainstormer of a race. Absolutely unbelievable. Fair play to Kelvin. He had the drive-through as well, Tim. Don't forget they had a drive-through and still won.
Very impressive indeed. So we'll get Kelvin in here to talk to him shortly, but your official finishing order for the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series Mexican Grand Prix is Kelvin Racing scoring his first win. Gamey Things in second, Matt G in third, Shadow Lancer in fourth, fifth is Sanith, sixth is Energy Dan, Snellwagon, seventh Bannister, eighth, ninth is Proliver, 10th is Racing Podge, Gizlodian in 11th, 12th is Admeister, Fanny Lion in 13th, Hooky in 14th, Money Mink in 16th, Money Mink in 15th, Psychomich 16th, and 17th is Sonic Hawk, excuse me, my lord. 3 DNFs here in the Mexican Grand Prix, and Hooky with a horrible day after running so well early on. But congratulations to Kelvin Racing on his win, and Gaming Things and Magi on their podium. We'll get them in here and talk to them here momentarily.
I'm about to add them in I'm just about to add them in now, so give me time. Whew. Wow. Unbelievable racing. Unbelievable. My goodness. You can't write the script on GP1, can we? GP1, GP4. We really cannot script it.
No, you really can't. That was such an impressive drive from all of those drivers, and you really didn't know who was going to get the podium until you were down to the very last lap because of all those time penalties, and that's what makes it interesting.
And it just, and Shadow Lancer, I swear Shadow Lancer loves Mexico a bit too much, because that's another potential third place on the podium. That has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shadow Lancer, well done, buddy. After your birthday as well, so well done, Tom. Well done, buddy. It's Kelvin.
So we're waiting on Gamey Things and Mad G to get in here. So here in just a few minutes, we'll be able to talk to our top 3 finishers. Psychomich says that he was going to have a podium if he hadn't been taken out. Psychomich, I know that's got to hurt, you know, and we really hate it for you, because I wanted to see what that strategy was going to do.
My word, where is Mad G, man? I'm trying to find where he is. I can't find him. I can't find Mad G.
Well, Gamey Things is in here, so we got Kelvin and Gamey Things waiting on Mad G.
Evening.
Oh, I found him. There we go. I found him. Whew, there we go. We got our podium. I've had all the podium winners, Tim. We're going to wait on Mad G now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't think we've got Mad G yet.
He's coming in any moment. Whew. Kelvin, congrats. There he is. Here's Mad G. So, Tim, all yours, buddy.
All right, so before we start the interviews, just make sure that you're allowing your voice to be shared. If you don't know how to do that, go over to party settings and click always allow. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, all good. Check, I'm good.
Alrighty, so we will start with Mad G. So, Mad G, in the Renault, finishing in third here today. You didn't even set a qualifying time, and yet here you are on the podium. What an impressive effort that you've had here today. So tell us about your race, and what was it in qualifying that prevented you from actually setting a time?
It's just because I'm basically in reserve and I don't drive much anymore, hence why I will not be accepting this P3 whatsoever. Everyone below me will be going up because I won't accept it. Just down to the instance today, which I fully apologise on. And yeah, no, like I said, it's just a reserve spot. I just wanted to see what things were like, and yeah, obviously, like I say, I won't be accepting this third position regardless.
So you're saying that you're gonna talk to the stewards and just ask to not actually be scored in third?
Well, I'm not in this division anyway. I'm not in any division. Like I say, I dropped out GP3 just down to work commitments. I was asked if I wanted to race tonight. I was just obviously at the same time, just to start at the back, which I totally agreed on. But no, incidents have happened, and like I say, I won't be accepting this position whatsoever. Everyone else below me will be going up, and no, but yeah, it's nice to be up here, but. I mean, I had a battle with Psychomich, I was catching him. I don't know if he got a bit loose going for the S's. I was trying to back off, but unfortunately, like I say, I didn't back off enough. I just got such a good exit coming out the final of it. And unfortunately, just the slightest of touches, which I do, almost apologise on. It's totally my fault. I had a battle with Hooky, and I'm not sure what happened there. And like I say, I've had battles all over the place, but just a bit of a lack of experience racing with these guys again, to be fair. But as mentioned, I'm not accepting this podium position. I don't want to be credited to it. Whoever was behind me is going to get it, and therefore everyone else goes up position.
That was Shadow. He was in third place.
That's right. But I say some of these guys are just so quick. They're so talented. It's a different world to when I was racing in the last season. Don't get me wrong. It was really nice to be racing with them again. Maybe I was a bit slightly too aggressive, but again, fully apologise for any sort of incidents that have happened or this, that and the other. It's not my intention to do anything bad to anyone. It's not my intention to take anyone out or to, let's say, I just raced a little bit too hard. That's all it was. Yet again, as I said, I'm not accepting this third position.
Well, your sportsmanship is certainly respectable, and I'm sure that Psychomich will be glad to hear that you apologize for the incident. And nonetheless, though, I do want to say, even if you don't want to accept it, you still did have a good drive. So maybe that's something that you can take away from that. You did have a good drive and you ran a good race.
I did. No, I say there was a big, massive pile up at the beginning. Don't know what the hell happened there. And like I said, I just tried to side my way through, but no, it was at the end. I think the red mist just handed down, which I do fully apologise on. The guys were sending the footage. I'll quite happily send mine in. It's not intentional. There's no bad blood or anywhere. That's just down to me. I'm silly fault, to be fair. I should have just backed off that a little bit more further before trying to push again. But I've got no intention of doing anything bad to anyone whatsoever. So.
Oh, bless you, Madge.
I'm sure these guys listen to me and know that I do fully apologise for what's happened. It's, I never want that. That's like Mitch was doing a cracking race, but I say I was catching him so quickly. I don't know, he was slowing down a bit for the S's. I thought maybe he was losing it. I tried to back off, but like I say, I was just carrying too much speed, and I was just trying to make room, and I just didn't make enough room. So, Psychomich, honestly, not my intention. I am truly and utterly apologise to you. Okay, again, if you've had a few little bangs and bumps and bruises, again, I do fully apologise. Dan, you're an absolutely awesome racer. You're one of the hardest people I can try and pass, and honestly, again, if there's any sort of poor intentions in them at all, again, anyone that I've interrupted today, I do totally apologise to them. And like I say, it's the rest of the guys, absolutely amazing.
That's one of the heartfelt things I've ever heard in Speed Force Racing this season. Bless you, Mad G.
Psychomich has given you a thumbs up, so I believe that all is good. And again, that your sportsmanship is very respectable in this matter.
Yeah, Mitch had a cracking strategy, but like I say, hard tires around there are not the best. They really are not the best. But like I say, the guys in this league are great. Gave me things. Like I say, what a hell of a battle took me on the last lap. I thought, Kelvin, epic racer, honestly. Everyone in this division is amazing. Hooky, Dan, literally everyone, Loading getting points. Like I say, everyone throughout this entire division and throughout all the leagues and in NSFR are absolutely amazing. They really are. And all I can do is just thank Sai for giving me the opportunity tonight to have a bit of a race. I messed up for myself. I messed up for others. And like I say, you know what I mean. So season 8, who knows? I might be around. I might not. Don't know. But whatever happens in season 8, it's going to be awesome.
Well, we will certainly find out if you'll be here as soon as you make that decision. Thank you, Mad G. Let's talk to Gaming Things now in the Red Bull, scoring a second place. Gaming Things, you seem to be the driver that's always there to score a podium. You know, you're whether or not you qualify near the podium, you always just seem to be there right at the end. And I'm sure that today especially it was a lot harder because not only you, but a lot of the top drivers, in fact, every driver but one or two actually had a time penalty in the race today. So just walk us through your race and, you know, how it came to be that you are now in second place.
Well, yeah, you got. It probably seems that way, doesn't it? I'm just always there at the right point. So, but I'm not complaining about that one. As for qualifying, I obviously didn't get the best of qualifying, starting in P7. It was P7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But obviously, I actually made a little mistake in my last running qualifying, which, according to the times, it would have made me qualify in second. But hey, I wasn't too disheartened because it's a long way towards turn 1, so a lot of slipstream and whatnot. So I wasn't too upset about it. As for the race, I believe my internet played around me for a bit, but it stayed stable. I think it stayed stable. I don't think it caused too many problems. I don't think. And as for my driving itself, the tyre strategy, I think I definitely made the right call going reds and yellows and reds, and the first stint of reds just dropped off actually at the end of the first stint, which made me drop back a massive chunk of time, but managed to claw it back. And once I was thinking, okay, maybe there is a likelihood of a podium here, but then the safety car came out the lap after I put on the reds, actually. So I'm like, okay, here we go then. Let's do this. It's on the cards now. So fight there, and I'm happy getting this P2, but also congratulations to Kelvin actually getting his first win now after the hardship he went through last week. So yeah.
I mean, what was that last lap for you, Gamey? Was that the last 3 laps? Was that really intense on your part? Was one of the most intense parts that you had this season?
Well, it was quite intense. I was a bit of I had to go a bit of fuel saving for one of them laps, but then on the last lap I decided just to give everything full beans. I must have got a better entrance, better exit out the last corner on the last lap, which caused me to overtake the Renault. And heck, I nearly overtook Energy Dan at the end of sector 1, which was insane. But he held me off quite well. He had pretty good defending all race actually.
And you got Brazil coming up for the penultimate race of the season. I believe you're looking forward to it, aren't you, Brazil?
I don't know. It's a very tight, compact track. It is, so we don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm hoping I can continue this run.
Congratulations, Gamey.
Yeah. Congratulations.
We need to give our biggest congratulations to one special person. I think Tim. I think we all know who it is.
What? Go ahead, Oliver.
Congratulations, Kelvin. Sorry, I wasn't there before to congratulate you, but well done, buddy.
Oh, it's all right. Cheers. I appreciate it. It was a hell of a good race, actually. So, quite happy with it. I just want to start off straight away, by quickly saying it was what happened yesterday with the actual Grand Prix. Massive shout out to all the medics that were there, and the fact that he got out alive is ridiculous, and I still can't believe it. personally for me, he's my favourite driver. He's the team I support. Couldn't be more excited for him, and couldn't be happy to get a win just after. Had the French colours on my helmet is a little show of respect, and they're really happy about it.
I mean, that's pretty fitting, isn't it, Kelvin? That you won your first ever Grand Prix in the Haas car the day after that Romain Grosjean had that horrific incident. How does that feel for you?
Oh, it's great. I mean, obviously, what happened last night, it shocked everyone. I mean, I was absolutely silent when it happened. Obviously, everyone's first initial reaction was to fear the worst. And, you know, I've never seen a car get ripped in half. It's absolutely ridiculous. And let alone modern cars, they don't go up in fire, like in flames like that. So, it was amazing. In all of the wrong way at the start, but I said over the moon that he's okay. Everyone was okay after the race. There was a lot of accidents, and seemed to be a similar sort of thing today, but luckily none of us could get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about your race as well, Kelvin. Your drive-through. You were very smart to how you played your drive-through. Were you planning that out?
So I was a little bit annoyed about the drive-through anyway, because I thought I timed it spot on. I just got the gap to within a couple of tenths, like in the green for the Delta, but going into the first corner, I didn't even realise it had gone red again. I thought I was totally fine. I was driving it, it popped up, and it put a bit of a lump in there. I was like, oh, that's going to potentially be a bit risky, but basically just whacked everything up to full, pushed as hard as I could. You know, if I just push for 3 laps, absolutely flat out, use up as much fuel as I can, use up all my ERS that I'd saved up for when I needed to pit for the softs again. So just trying to drive literally as fast as possible everywhere I could, and luckily, coming in for it after the 3rd lap, I was having a look at the like where it suggests you're going to come in after a normal pit stop, and it would say something like 5th or 6th, so I thought, take away a couple of seconds, drop back, but then managed to just get so much time on that last lap, and coming out just behind Dan massively helped, especially on, you know, gave my tyres a chance to cool down a minute as well doing that drive through. So yeah, pushing for the full allotment of laps that I was allowed to was a bit of a risky thing, making the tyres go down a bit, but it worked off well. And if I'm honest with you, when the actual full safety car came out later on, I didn't even realise it had come out until after I left the pits. That I was pitting that lap anyway, trying to give myself as least possible time on fresh softs to just push. But that safety car right at the end, massive help, made it so I just did not lose that time.
And to win by 10 seconds as well, that's pretty astonishing. And also your season as well. You started off run about the midfield, run about the backish, and in the midfield. And then look at you now, you're improved so much more as a driver now.
Yeah, I mean, I joined in a reserve at France. Like, I think I remember there, like, it was a decent quali. I was in like 6th or 7th from quali. But I had a really bad start, and you know, the next race was the same, just a lot of dramas going on. Like, I didn't realise about the safety car glitch where it just keeps telling everyone to pass each other. So that got all a bit hectic, and then you know, I got a new wheel set up. I mean, I had one really good race. The last race I did on my pad was at Belgium. You know, that was the first sort of high finishing race for me. I think I finished 5th then. But as soon as I got my wheel set up, immediately found the pace, got it all set up the way I want it to be, and just sort of settling down. I mean, I've had a good couple of races, like, you know, was up in the podium at Japan, lost it with a couple laps left, and then again at States, like, managed to get that podium, but had pace to potentially try and get the win on the penalties, but unfortunately that went away as well through little mistakes. So I've just spent a lot of time trying to be more consistent. I know I've got a good pace now, and it was just making sure I didn't do little silly mistakes later the race and spin out or something. So that was basically it, just trying to get more consistency going. and it helps with, like, obviously we've been doing that classic series. I've had good form in that, and those cars where you drive them and then get back into these new ones, they feel so pliant. It just feels like you can go faster and faster. So if anything, they're helping me get faster in these cars as well.
Well, congratulations to you, Kelvin, on your first win and in the Haas. As you said, that is certainly an incredible thing to have accomplished, especially after what had happened. But I think that's just about does it for the stream today. So until next time, good evening, good day, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. Have fun and goodbye.